Hi everyone, it's Robin and welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking you into my bedroom to show you a few changes I've recently made. One of which is a new mattress by Lull, which just so happens to be sponsoring today's video. The second thing I did was reupholster my headboard. Now if you have watched any of my bedroom videos in the past, you'll know that I made my headboard and it has a fabric insert to it. Well, I've been wanting to replace the fabric on that insert piece for a really long time. I finally found some fabric that I liked and I was able to get it done, so I'm excited to share with you how I did that today. But before that, let's talk about the mattress situation. Our old mattress is an airbed, which we have had for 15 years. The last 8 of which, 8 years, somewhere around there, it has not been working very well at all. The company we bought it from is no longer in business, so we have had to jerry-rig the pump system a couple different times, quite a bit in the last month or so, just to keep it running. So needless to say, hubby and I have been casually looking at different bedding options the last month or two. So when Lull contacted me recently offering to sponsor a video, I jumped at the chance because I've heard some amazing things about their products. We have been sleeping on our Lull mattress for the last week now, and I have to say I've been having some very restful nights. So today I thought it would be fun to share with you the unboxing and setup process, along with a few of my thoughts on the new Lull mattress. But before we get started on that, let's go ahead and get our work done and get that headboard reupholstered. So here's what my headboard looks like currently. I built it years ago and I still love it. If you're interested, I do have a video on how I built it, which I'll link in the description box. So for a while now, I've been wanting to update the upholstered insert, and today I'm going to share with you just how easy it is to do. The puppies probably are not going to be very happy with me for disturbing their nap, but they're used to me tearing things apart. So to get started, I removed all the pillows and got them out of my way. When I built the bed, I made sure that the headboard insert was very easy to remove, so all I need to do is use a butter knife to gently pop the insert out, which proved to be rather easy. The insert itself is made of a 1/4 inch thick plywood, cut slightly smaller than the opening for the insert. It has 3 layers of batting and 1 of fabric, and rests nice and snugly inside the 1x4 frame that I attached to the wall. I carried the insert out to my living room and placed it on a blanket which I had laid on the floor, which will be my work surface for today. The tools I'll be using is this needle nose pliers, a cheese knife which has a great pointy tip, perfect for getting under staples and prying them up. I'll also be using this heavy duty stapler and some staples. These are 5/16 inch staples or 8mm. Okay, so to get started, I used the cheese knife. I know this is silly, but it works perfectly to pry up the staples just a little bit. You could, of course, skip this step if you wanted to, but I find that it makes removing the staples much easier and faster in the long run. After I had loosened all the staples, I was able to quickly and easily remove all the staples using my needle nose pliers. Once I had all the staples removed, I peeled back the fabric, being careful to move the batting as little as possible. And since I plan to reuse the batting, I used my staple gun to place a few staples here and there to keep it from shifting as I was working on it later in the project. I removed the old fabric and was left with a batting covered headboard insert ready to be recovered. I then laid out the new fabric, making sure that the wrong side of the fabric was facing up. After the fabric was laying nice and flat, I then placed the insert onto the fabric right side down. I then carefully adjusted it while trying not to move the fabric below. I positioned the top of the insert about 3 inches from the top of the fabric, and then about the same distance apart on one of the short sides of the insert. I made sure I had about 2.5 to 3 inches overlap to the back side on both the top and the side of the insert, using the pattern on the fabric to ensure that it was laying straight. Then using a pair of scissors, I cut off the excess fabric along the bottom and the remaining short side of the insert, making sure to leave plenty of room to overlap the fabric onto the back side and attach it. Now for the fun part, attaching the fabric. Working along the top of the insert and starting in the middle, I gently pulled the fabric until it laid taut and flat, and then I placed a staple to keep it in place. I continued to add staples every ½ inch to 2 inches along the length of the fabric while I worked to my left until I was about 2 inches away from the corner. Moving back to the middle staple, I repeated the process of attaching the fabric in the opposite direction until I was 2 inches away from the corner. I then had the whole top section of fabric attached. Moving down to the bottom long edge of the insert, I repeated the same process of attaching the fabric, starting in the middle and working my way down the length in one direction, stopping 2 inches from the corner and repeating the steps on the opposite side until the whole length of fabric was attached on the bottom side of the insert. At this point, both the top and bottom edges of the fabric was attached to the insert. I then attached the fabric on the 2 remaining sides of the insert using the same process. The last step is to attach the corners, which sometimes can be tricky. If you pull the top of the fabric towards the middle gently, the fabric will make a natural fold line. Working with those lines, adjust them a little bit if you need to make the fabric lay nicely as you pull the fabric towards the middle. Once you have it positioned to lay nicely, staple it in place. You'll want to repeat the same process on the remaining 3 corners, and when you're finished, it should look a little like this. And that, my friends, is how I easily reupholster my headboard insert. At this point, all I need to do is bring it back to the bedroom, line up the bottom edge of the insert with the opening, and then pop the whole thing into place. I think the whole thing turned out very, very nice, and I absolutely love this fabric. I think it is so cool. Looks like I may have to think about giving my headboard a new coat of paint since the color looks a little yellow next to the bright white of the new fabric, but that's a project for another day. Now that I have the headboard project complete, let's talk about this Lull mattress. The Lull mattress arrived very quickly right to my front door in this really big box with amazingly fun graphics. So adorable. Vinny baby was like, "What's going on, Mom?" I had my daughter Zoe help me install the Lull. She pushed it all the way down the hallway herself, got a little hung up around the door frame for a bit, but she figured it out and didn't seem to have too much trouble moving it around. At this point, we were both pretty excited to get the box open, and after a quick little squabble, Zoe won the honor of opening the box, and in true mom fashion, I gritted my teeth and held my breath as she used the box cutter to break open the tape. I wonder at what point I will learn to just relax at moments like these. I know that she's not 5 anymore, I just need to chill. Someday it'll happen. Zoe was able to expertly open the box without any catastrophes, and before you know it, we were able to see the first glimpse of the new Lull mattress. Inside the box, the Lull looked like this, all wrapped up like a big old jelly roll. We then decided to tip the box on its side, and Zoe worked on opening the side seam of the box, and then I cut the tape open on the bottom. We figured we could then just open the box up just a little bit, and then without too much effort at all, we were able to roll the Lull mattress right out of the box. Easy peasy. Well, I picked up the box and moved it out of the way. Zoe had some fun with the big giant roll. Such a goober. After taking a few moments to read the small pamphlet included inside the box on how best to set up the Lull, we were ready to give it a go. Together we lifted the Lull up onto the bed frame, and I worked on opening up the protective outer plastic. At this point we started to hear a little hissing noise, and realized that the final plastic cover had some stretch marks on it. Not so much holes per se, but enough to let the air in, so we figured we needed to start moving a little faster. So together we worked on positioning the Lull onto the bed frame. So for some reason I didn't think it through very well at first, and we managed to place it upside down on the frame. We're such dorks. But we quickly realized our mistake and were able to switch it around without too much hassle. With just a little bit of finagling, we were able to place the Lull the correct way on the bed frame. Then it was up to Zoe to remove the last layer of the plastic. She was trying so hard to be careful that she had a little trouble getting started, but pretty soon she had the hang of it. I was really surprised at how fast the Lull expanded. By the time Zoe made it to the first corner, the bed had pretty much completely grown to its full size. Zoe, of course, jumped on right away to check it out, and she gave a sigh of approval. I checked the corners to see if it felt like all the expanding was already done, which I thought it was, but to be sure, we let the Lull mattress sit for a few hours like recommended. Now I know this is silly since you aren't able to see it once all the bedding's on, but I love the classic color combo. For someone like me who loves home decor, this is very pleasing. The babies were very quick to claim their spots. Well, that is until a brawl broke out, which is pretty typical every night after we've snuggled in for about 10 minutes. Normally, it ends when I've had enough and I kick them out of the room for a couple minutes. All in all, the whole setup process took less than 10 minutes, which is being very generous, and that includes schlepping it all the way up the steps and down the hallway to the bedroom. I have found the Lull mattress to be very comfortable. It seems soft yet very firm when you first climb in, and as you lay there, it sort of softens around you and you sort of melt into it a bit. I don't know, it's really hard to describe. But regardless of whether I lay on my back or on my side, which I normally flip between throughout the night, it's always comfortable and stable. I haven't woken up with any pressure points hurting or feeling like I've sunken in so far that I can't get out like some mattresses can be. All in all, I have been very pleased with the Lull mattress, and I know it takes a little bit to break in a new bed, but so far it's been very good to me. If you're at all interested in a Lull mattress of your very own, check out the description box of this video. I will have a link for you to use to get more information, plus receive $150 off your purchase. Lull offers free shipping, 100-night trial, and free returns. Once I had the Lull mattress all set up, I put fresh, newly laundered linens on the bed in preparation for a fantastic bedtime. I cannot wait to snuggle in tonight. I may be going to bed early every single night this week. So there you have it, my friends, a couple new fantastic changes for my bedroom. I love how the headboard turned out, and at this point I am pretty sure I'll be giving it a new paint color very soon. Isn't that the way of things? One project inspires another. And of course, the new Lull mattress has proven to be a great addition to the room. I would love to know down in the comments what you think of this video, and of course, don't forget to check out the link in the description box for the Lull mattress. Alright friends, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.